Good evening, everybody. This is your host, Folk, and welcome back to another episode of the Channel 256 News brought to you by Bitcoin Mining World. The date is October 13th. Long time no see. Sorry for the little mishap, not uploading over the past week. We went down to NAMS. Bitcoin Mining World had a little appearance. We did not have a booth set up this year. However, we did get to meet a lot of cool faces and say hello to everybody. Today, yeah, we got Bitcoin sitting back above $115,000. If you haven't checked your phone since Friday evening, which I imagine there are a few of you, you might be a little bit surprised to see, but the markets did actually rebound quite a bit today, topping out with a high today of 115,934 over here on CoinGecko. However, I saw on some other price charting websites that we did break just above $116,000, even though it was only for a short moment. Over here on the Bitcoin net hash rate, things are heating back up just a little bit over that 1.2 zettahash mark. Huge numbers over there. Quite a bit of curtailment today, surprisingly, even though weather was a little bit cooler down here in the south. Interesting to see, though. Looking over here at the price per petahash, taking a huge dip, setting almost a yearly lowest point since April 9th. And then before that, it was November and October of last year. But yeah, hash price currently sitting at just over $48 per petahash. Um, not the best looking stats that we've seen over the past few weeks, but it's something. I mean, it is nice to see some sort of recovery. I mean, we'll go ahead and go to the main topic. I mean, what the hell happened Friday? $19 billion crypto market crash. Was it leverage, China tariffs, or both? A combination of factors converged into the perfect storm on Friday, triggering the cryptocurrency industry's largest liquidation event in history. I'm sure a lot of you guys have been around for a lot of some of the smaller ones, like the FTX collapse. And I mean, hell, even back in 2018, after prices fell quickly after the peak of the bull market and the enter into the bear. Let me say, this feels somewhat similar. And briefly sending Bitcoin below $110,000. The $19 billion liquidations doesn't mean investors lost that sum of money, but rather that leverage positions were forcibly closed. The unrealized loss can be better observed through the drop in market capitalization, which shows a $450 billion wipeout from Friday to Sunday. The total cryptocurrency market capitalization fell from 4.24 trillion to 3.79 trillion at the time of writing. The market has already rebounded above 4 trillion. So yeah, I mean, markets are looking somewhat better. If you guys have been paying attention to any of the tariff news, first on Friday, Trump is saying he's going to cancel his meeting, and I think by 6 o'clock after the crash, he already said he was back on. But tweeted out something along the lines of the Chinese president just had a mistake. It was a lapse of judgment, I guess you could say, where neither of them want their countries to go into a depression. And hopefully that doesn't end up happening. I mean, looking over here at traditional finance, seeing the same things. We've got the Dow Jones at $46,000, up 1.29%. The S&P up 1.56%. The Nasdaq up 2.21%, and the Russell up 2.79%. Crazy numbers out of the markets today, considering all of the negative news that you guys were seeing over the weekend. So overall, super cool to see. Over here from Cointelegraph again, we got Bitcoin mining stocks rebound after Trump's tariff threat sparked market turmoil. So yeah, I mean, along with the cryptocurrency asset class on Friday, stocks were taking quite a bit of a hit. I know it happened. The biggest liquidation happened after markets were closed, but that doesn't mean we weren't seeing some signs out of markets either. If we go back here on the 5-day charts, you can see, I mean, the Russell broke below $2,400 for the first time in a month, maybe even a little bit longer than a month. The Nasdaq breaking back down significantly, wiping out, taking new lows from all the way back September 16th. It was a bloody day across all markets. It doesn't matter what industry you were in. However, I mean, looking at Riot today, up 3.28%, Hive up 2.27%. Those are some of the bigger hitters, but it's cool to see that it's made its way around not only in crypto for a nice little rebound, as well as the traditional finance landscape. Really nice to see. We're here from the Bitcoin Magazine. We got a survey shows tokenization transforms traditional finance. The tokenization of traditional finance is back in the news as suits and boardrooms across the United States are discussing the benefits and risks to integrating cryptocurrency into their business. The term tokenization refers to deploying traditional financial assets on cryptocurrency rails, digesting analog financial assets, including currency, and thus enable the financial industry to benefit from the speed and transparency that blockchain provides. But is this another crypto fad, or is there a fundamental problem that the young industry is addressing for the legacy financial world? I'm sure if you guys are watching this video, I'm sure you guys are in the same boat as me. But of course, this is not a fad. It does pop up every few years when markets get hot. However, I do think it's only a matter of time. You're seeing more and more companies bridge out and do more interesting stuff. You've got real estate on the blockchain. You've got big building projects. Just at NABS, we learned about an oil and gas company that's divvying out shares in the forms of tokens on Ethereum, I believe. It's just interesting to see the industry build more and more legitimacy as time goes on. And over here, we've got from CoinDesk. I'm sure you guys also saw that there was somebody that opened up a brand new account and placed a huge short 30 minutes before. Like, everybody's calling this like the Trump insider wallet. A trader who made $192 million shorting the crypto crash is betting against Bitcoin again. Yeah, so once again, he is taking a new $163 million short position on Bitcoin. Absolutely wild, and we'll see if he ends up coming out ahead, if he really is some insider, or if he just got insanely lucky on that timing. That timing is almost too good to be true, if you ask me. So it'll be curious to see how the next few days come out. Please do not think that it's all fine and dandy now. That liquidation event, while over and not repeatable, just because there's not that much leverage active in the market right now, does not mean that this does not signify the end of the bull market for this cycle or anything. However, I'm not betting. I'm not betting for that. I have not changed any of my positions currently. Not financial advice, of course, but I'm still holding in there. I do think it makes more sense that we would see a bigger uptick and expansion into new all-time highs before we crash into the next bear market. However, it is a possibility, and that should be on the back of everybody's mind. Over here from the block, we've got crypto market structure bill may need to wait until after the midterm election, says TD Cohen. Yeah, that's kind of expected. This is in regards to the SEC structure being put into place for like spot ETFs for all of crypto in general, where if you meet some sort of standards, then you don't have to go through all the hoops and whistles. You can just immediately list as long as your ETF meets these prerequisites. So nice to see overall. Some more and more developments coming over here to end off the video, guys. Let's hit it with a quick little refresh like we always do and see where Bitcoin is at afterwards. Taking a little bit of a dip, still above 115K. And after seeing Bitcoin, I've noticed a lot of these price trackers have altered some of their data. I mean, for a moment there, you could see Bitcoin down to $102,000. That wick truly was insane. So seeing that and then rebounding back up to 115,000, I'm certainly not complaining. However, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and make sure to check that noti bell so you'll always be notified when we're uploading new content and going live. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.